Good afternoon, our viewers and participants. This is Africa Network Development on Sustainable Economic Activities, also abbreviated as ANSEA organization. With me is Mr. Bismarck Amoa, originally from Ghana. We are here to talk on a topic of sustainable entrepreneurship. The topic of today is chosen because we feel that so many people are struggling to understand that what is it that we need to do, or what is it that we can share today with the struggling entrepreneurs to bring sustainability element onto the table. And for this reason, we are welcoming you to follow us on YouTube and on our Facebook platforms under the tag of Discuss and Debate Your Mind. I therefore welcome our guest, Mr. Bismarck Amoa. Please, Mr. Bismarck, say something to our audience. Who are you, and why would you be here today, this afternoon?
Thank you, David. Like you said, I am Bismarck Amoa, originally from Ghana. I've been in Finland since 2005. I've done a lot of entrepreneurship work, and I'm happy to join the debates to debate and discuss my mind on sustainable entrepreneurship. To me, the entrepreneur is like a coordinator. If you have the land, you have the capital, you have other resources, and you don't have good entrepreneurship skills, it will collapse. The land cannot generate and feed itself. The capital, if it's not utilized, it's mere notes and paper with no value. The resources you have, be it people or non-people resources, need to be coordinated. And a good entrepreneur brings all these together in the most sustainable way to yield profits and benefits to the society.
Thank you, Bismarck. I think that's a very wonderful explanation, a very good introduction of this topic of today. But I tend to think that today, in today's world, this entrepreneurship, it is like a very commonly used term. And then somebody would wonder that, what is it that, why is it different from business, and what would an aspiring youthful person do? Probably, if you can give tips basing on your experience and basing on what you do currently, that what would an aspiring youthful person do to venture into entrepreneurship and probably to make the first steps towards achieving some success?
Thank you, David. Yeah, becoming an entrepreneur, we should understand it's not for everybody. I think that is the first thing the youth of today should understand. And the fact that somebody is doing a business and has been successful does not mean that business is for you. That is the second thing you should know. So if you know that one, becoming an entrepreneur is not for everybody, then you assess yourself. And then if you know that the fact that this person is producing glass may not be for you, then you think deep after assessing yourself. Who are you? What is it that you do best? How fast are you in terms of your intellectual thinking, in terms of what you can do? How best can you produce or be you? How best can you be you? You understand? Sure. So once you come to know that you are this person, you are very good in the manufacturing side, then you know, I can be an entrepreneur, I can employ people, I can produce this, I am good at manufacturing, I'm not good at service provision. I'm a good communicator, I am not a good communicator. After assessing what we call the SWOT analysis, your strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We do SWOT analysis every day, every night. It can be a product, you do SWOT analysis for the product you are producing, or your personal SWOT analysis. What is it that you are good at? What is your strength? How do you communicate or market your strength? What are your weaknesses? So if you sit down and you go through all these of course you jot them down as a person, then it gives you an insight to be able to know, are you a person of entrepreneurial skills, or you are somebody who can work just for the government, take your salary and go sit your somewhere, like they say. But after going through your personal SWOT analysis, if you believe that you are somebody who can coordinate, manage, lead, and bring productivity and success, then you can venture into entrepreneurship.
Sure, and for sure, me and you included, now that we live in Finland and we have been here for about 10 or so years, and sometimes we got this divided attention mind that do we belong to our original homes, countries, or do we belong here? And therefore the question of investment and how to really direct our energies, that is our expertise, our qualifications, our experiences to achieve, has been somehow quite a challenge to many of us. But today, under this African Network Development and Sustainable Economic Activities, we want to try to give direction to our fellow countrymen, to our fellow African diaspora that is here, that what is it that we can do between Finland, for example, and our countries. For example, I would say that I am from Kenya, and there are so many Finnish companies, private entrepreneurs and private companies that would want to export some services or technology or products to my country. And one thing that for sure is lacking, or is there but in a very weak way, is the link between the market and the service, or the market and the technology, or the market and the product. Of course, we know that there's competition because we know that the Chinese products, for example, and services are quite cheap and have infiltrated into our markets. But it is time for us to try to connect a bit more, in a bit more stronger way, and in a bit more mutualistic way with Finnish entrepreneurs to try to take their services into our market. And I believe that as you sit here, you are one of those seasoned entrepreneurs that I've known. I would wish that as you try to bring the Ghana market on board to match with the skills and the services and the technology that are in Finland, I also do the same. And we also pull our other brothers from other countries to do the same. I think that way we are going to put for ourselves a platform on the table that can ensure that we have a sustainable entrepreneurial engagement and business going forward.
Good.
And with that in mind, I want to say that what is your experience doing business between here and Ghana, for example? Have you ever facilitated any business or any business contact between here and Ghana?
Many.
Any experience on that?
You know, David, I have done many. When I came to Finland in 2005, what I did is I studied in Hagahelia, and after my first degree, I started with a business degree there, and then moved up to a postgraduate diploma because I also had a business degree from Ghana.
Right.
Yeah, so after the studies, I tried to connect some businesses to Ghana. But the best way to prove to the people here that you are capable is to do things yourself and be successful. If you are successful in what you do, no matter how small it is, it can be the launching pad for you. Like you are saying, I have been having divided attention. I travel to Ghana a lot, at least once or twice in a year, between Ghana and Finland. When I go to Ghana, I have time, no matter how busy I am. I take like 3 days off, just go through Accra, drive through Accra, see things, and then think, what is it that I can change about these people or my country? Or what is it that I can bring here from Finland that will bring progress to my people? And like you said, many Finnish companies are now trying to find external partners, and opportunities.
Exactly.
So, having that in mind, having looked at Ghana, and then I come back here and say, where can I sell these ideas that I got from Ghana? I do this almost every time I go to Ghana. So you go down first, you look at a place, you see things for yourself, then you come here, you look at the companies doing similar things or much better things in terms of technology, and you try to push the idea to them. Of course, they will not easily jump on board and say, let me follow you to Africa. But you have to prove to them, this is what you've started in Ghana or in your country, this is how successful you have come. But these are other opportunities available that have not been tapped.
Sure.
And these are things you want partnership into it, and prove to them those things are profitable. They've not been tapped in, but you believe in their potential with documentary evidence.
Yeah.
When you come do your SWOT analysis, do your write-up, put figures together, because people here want to see figures. Once you put your figures together, you present to them. At first, as an entrepreneur, don't be bothered if you are rejected at first. That is not the end of the world. Possibly go down there and start the project and bring it to a level and come back to prove to the person the thing you rejected, I have started and I still believe in the potential. Let it go around for a couple of years. One day they would like to follow you to see what you are doing or how far what you've started have come. And once they see that it's profitable, my friend, they will like you. And once they like you, let that trust they put in you be of value to you. Not that you started something, let's say you started something with, let's say 20,000 euros. You are building it to maybe €1 million project. And they join you midstream where the value of the project is not like 100,000 euros, the potential value.
Yeah.
And once they join you and say, okay, we are ready to invest like 50,000 euros or 100,000 euros to further, then you jump and say, oh, money has come. You go and buy a car, you look for a house. No. Build it the way you started. You first went there, saw it, started it, even when they were not believing in you.
Sure.
And now that they believe in you, prove to them that you value trust. We're talking of sustainable economic activity.
Exactly.
You know the potential. You know it's a business that can survive the years to come.
Sure.
So don't let them lose the trust in you. Don't go squander money at the very initial stage. Let them value the trust they have given to you. You also should value the trust, so that 100,000 euros they are giving you, 3 years or 5 years down the line, will be worth €1 million or 500,000 euros. Then you can decide to buy a car that is like 100,000 euros, and nobody can fault you. But once you started a project like 20,000 euros, you build it about 2 years, they bring you 100,000 to further, and then you go and buy a car for 60,000 euros. You've killed the sustainability of the project.
Thank you. Thank you, business. I think the very catchy thing which you've said, which I find lacking in most of the entrepreneurs, I also had a problem with it at the beginning, was the thought that somebody should come and give you a loan or a grant so that you start from zero. But in reality, business people or investors, many of them are looking to a thing that is already started, so that it looks that you own the idea and you have the commitment to grow it, because it is from your own mind. It's your baby at the end of the day. But this is one thing that most of the aspiring entrepreneurs or the people who are planning to get into businesses do not get this there. Many of them will ask you that, how do we get the loan to start? And I have been telling most of the youth, most of the young people, that please start it off and show us what you have done, and somebody will be interested, and somebody will want to inject some kind of resources or support into this. And so that is a very strong point that I picked from you. And I really like it, and that is passing a very strong message to the viewers and participants of this program. But let us come to this, that Ghana is one of those countries in Africa that has a very good reputation in terms of the overall administration. I think it is rated quite highly among the countries that are there. And many Finnish investors, including European investors, would be interested in one way or the other to set their foot in Ghana. Of course, some have tried, they've burnt their fingers, some have tried, they've succeeded to some level. I would want to imagine a scenario where, for example, what do you do currently that you want us to know, so that probably our viewers and our listeners of this program would be able to resonate with, either by way of wanting to network with you, or by way of wanting to partner up with you, or by way of wanting to support in any way. And where is it domiciled, and what is it that you are adding value, that you are adding to the people? I think we have about 3 minutes or 2 minutes to talk about this, because we don't have so much time.
Yeah. For now, I am into the printing and advertising business in Ghana.
Right.
My office is at Sotum Last Stop in Accra, the capital city. Yeah. And I'm trying to bring something new to the printing industry in Ghana. Normally, people just print posters and banners, but we have introduced over the years vehicle branding advertising. People used to brand for companies, but we have made it an advertising thing. So when you go to our Facebook, like Bis Amor Enterprise,
right?
If you search Bis Amor, my name is Bismarck Amor, so the enterprise is Bis Amor.
Okay.
So if you search Bis Amor Enterprise on YouTube, on Facebook, you see some of our works there. So in addition to the normal printing, we are adding branding. We've added outdoor events like bridal advertising, so that we take a video coverage for bridal and funeral events, right, in addition to the normal printing. And then we've also gone ahead to produce t-shirts. And there's this thing we did last year with the Ministry of Tourism. We used all the tourist sites in Ghana to produce t-shirts. And now we are coming out with this magnetic photo paper.
Right.
That is something we started. Here you see the children putting some photos on the fridge.
Right.
Yeah, I imported these papers, and now we're printing with the tourist sites in Ghana and distributing to the various tourist places to sell to tourists who come to Ghana. So it's just not the printing, but we are adding value to the normal posters, banners, and photo papers that we have. It's not going to be that normal photo paper.
Great.
We are trying to build something with it. Okay. So that it increases the value. And we are moving into other big projects like bus stop advertising and digital wayside advertising. These are things for the future.
Great, sure. And thank you very much, Bismarck. It was nice hosting you. And to our viewers and participants and sponsors and partners, we are having business Bismarck Amor, and please, you can search more by the Facebook or Twitter under the title of Bis Amor Enterprises, and see for yourself what it does, and probably that will be your path into the future with Bis Amor Enterprises. This program was hosted by African Network Development on Sustainable Economic Activities under the term of Debate and Discuss Your Mind. You're welcome again, and please follow us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Thank you, and we see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.